Okay, I want to welcome everybody to fifth grade. I'm excited this week to have gotten to meet all of you. Ms. Shapiro and I have had a great first week with you. We've done a lot of things in the classroom, discussed a lot of things, gone over a lot of rules, and it just seems like it's been a long week, but we've made it, okay? So welcome to fifth grade. And I want to take a few minutes and go over some things with you. The first being, how will this year be different for you? Now, as you can see, I'm doing some things a little bit different. First of all, I'm teaching you from a video camera. And as we talked about in class, not many of you have had that opportunity to ever have a teacher teach you by video camera and then send it to you on the internet. But this is something new that I'm doing. Well, actually new for you. A couple of things that's going to be different this year. Flipping the classroom. Now, I sent home with you a packet today, which is Friday, and it explains in there about how this works and how it will help you out, especially those of you parents at home that maybe aren't familiar with the content that we go over. The packet that I sent home with you about flipping the classroom will explain that in more detail. There's a link on there also that I would like to encourage you to go check out that website and learn more about flipping the classroom. I'm excited about this, and I hope it works the way I want it to. I use Edmodo this year, edmodo.com. That's edmodo.com. And if you're not familiar with that, it's very much like Facebook, only a whole lot safer. The only way that you can get access to it, to log into Edmodo, is if I gave you the password. So, strangers from Texas or from wherever that wants to hack into the computer can't do it because they don't have my password. So, your students should have that information by now. I gave them that information in class today. We walked through the process of how to do that. They've got their username, they've got their passwords. Also in that packet that I sent home today, I provided a parent letter for you that shows you as a parent how to log in and set up an account. I'd like to encourage you to do that too. Electronic devices. This year, some of you have asked me, can my kid really bring a laptop? Can they really bring an iPhone? They may. You can use those only in my classroom, and if Ms. Shapiro does this later, you can use it in hers as well. But please do not take it out anywhere else in school, just use it here. Communication is going to be very different this year too. I want you to communicate by email. You can send me an email or write in an agenda. Send me a note that way, or even by Edmodo, it will allow you as a parent to send me a message, and I check that all the time, and it chimes on my phone to let me know that you have sent me a message, and I can check that 24/7. Usually I have to turn it off when I go to sleep, but anyhow, that's a great way for us to communicate. So be checking Edmodo out, look at that with your student, and see how that works. Next up, here's my contact information for you. You'll want to take note of that, okay? It's Bird, B-I-R-D-J, at loudouncounty.org, and that's LOUDONCOUNTY.org. Our school number is 856-3028. Please call me during the day here at school. Every now and then I'll have a parent that finds my home phone number somewhere or the other, and they call me there. I'd prefer if you just reach me here at school. That'd be the best. Agenda notes, these also work out well. If you have something you need to tell me, please write it in your child's agenda or their planner, whichever one you want to call it, and make sure I see it. Tell them to make sure I see it in the morning, because sometimes what happens, you write a note and I don't see it for a couple of days, and then as I check agendas, I see it, and we have miscommunication, so please check that. As I mentioned earlier, edmodo.com is a great resource for us to communicate. It's also a great resource for you to check up on what your kid is doing. Parent meetings, if you want to meet with me or with Mrs. Shapiro, please send us a note first. We can't allow parents to just walk in out of the blue or off the street. You've got to set up a meeting with us first, okay? And you can use these forms of communication to set that up, okay? Next up, this is a video quiz for students. And what I want you to do is to answer this. It says, looking in your student handbook. That means you and your parents have to do this. How many absences per year are students allowed with a parent note? Okay? Write your answer and be ready to turn it in the next class. Okay? And that's the end of our first video for the year. And I hope that you've been able to log into Edmodo and that you've enjoyed this. And remember what I told you about in class. If you miss something, stop it, stop the video, rewind it back, and rewatch it. Do that as many times as you need to. And check into Edmodo as often as you can. You'll see videos I need you to watch, and we'll try to do that before you get to class. Thank you very much. Have a good week.